Next was from Eddie Hogan. The subject is All In 2024. You guys almost correctly predicted that All In 2023 would sell out Wembley Stadium. Did AEW drop ticket prices
That was
somewhere
Disco.
closer to showtime? Closer to showtime? Yes, but to what? They still had 70,000 plus watching the show. This is what I would like to know from you guys, though. In 2023, the AEW fan support has plummeted worse than Bill Body's YouTube numbers since he got dumped from K100. Even total shills like Conrad Thompson are talking about how the shows have been just plain bad lately. The video game numbers are comically low. They cannot sell tickets in America even with the 3-for-1 offers, and apparently their UK viewing figures have dropped down to 5 figures. So even after Tony Khan's earth-changing ticket pre-sale announcement for December 1st, what do you think of the likely crowd attendance for All In 2024? Personally, I think they'll draw in less than 70,000. They'll probably draw the same. It's one show a year. They'll do the same amount of people, I imagine. You know, they don't tour over there. They just go over there and do one show. Everybody from the UK drives in and sees it.
Yeah, well, not just the UK. Scotland, Italy, all the places that are around it. You know what I'm saying? Wales,
right?
Ireland.
Right.
Yeah, we're a year away and a lot can happen, right? But just off the top of my head, I'm gonna say 50,000. But let's get closer to the date.
Right. Next is from Neil D'Souza. Subject is Jungle Kid. Hey guys, greetings from India once again. Conan Disco, if you're running AEW, what would you do with Jungle Boy? When would be the right time to bring him back, and should he be a heel or a babyface? Do you think he will create more problems for the management in the future? Also, Joe, there are rumors going around. The reason that you wear dark glasses indoors is because you used your mobile phone while you were tanning. Can you either confirm or deny this? That's from Neil D'Souza.
I think it's clear as day that I have not been in any tanning booths in the last year or more, So
right. I would bring Jungle Boy back and do the same thing they're doing with him before as a heel. He's a better heel than he was a babyface. More personality. You got any comment on that?
Yeah.
I just looked them up in Google News, man, and there hasn't been any not even any news about him since the fight,
Yeah.
So I don't think he would be a problem because the guy asked if he would be a problem coming back, right? I don't think he would be a problem because I met him. He's a nice laid back guy, but you're not going to get punked out in the dressing room. And he pushed back when he was pressed, punked him out, and he just like did that, on TV. I would keep him as a heel. He showed some personality, and I would definitely put that hot butter on a breakfast toast and a J with him as the new power couple. And I would just say, I got the baddest, and she acts like she knows he's the baddest, and that's he.
There's a speculation here. It's more like fantasy booking, but this writer says maybe he's the devil, the masked devil would be Jack Perry, and that'd be a surprise.
But I don't care about that angle though. Next is from Calvin Taylor, somebody's ranking system. What's good getting a K100 crew? This is Calvin. Love to hear what you guys think on this. I truly believe that WWE had a ranking system that could eliminate a lot of the problems they're currently facing. College football and basketball live and live and die off rankings. They're talking shows about the rankings. Hell, even the new spin-off show from The Boys called Gen V, one of the storylines is based off rankings. So rankings can fuel storylines. Every Monday Night Raw, they take the 10 to 15 minutes to reveal the rankings for the week, and for the storylines could be fed through there along with traditional storylines. Instead of throwing a match with these matches now means something. How the fans react to an 8 seed finally crawling up to the number 1 spot to challenge for the title. WWE already had a Power 30 on their website already. I just completely disagree with this. The wrestling formula over the years has just been episodic storytelling, personal issues between two characters. That's the rankings. They mean nothing. They fight too much. Like your ranking would change from week to week. It's just there's too many matches.
I'll give you an idea. It's not actually a bad idea, but it's not easy to do. But look at AEW. They tried it for 4 years and it's failed. Nobody gives. When you see a guy, huh?
No, go ahead.
Yeah, when we were seeing guys, 17 and 31 versus 18 and 60. Who wants to watch that match?
Yeah. I was gonna say, just kind of like what you said, Conan. It's a good idea in practice, or not. It's a good idea, but not in practice. Sorry, like you said about AEW, and then when Eric and Hogan were in Impact, they tried it there too, and it just doesn't. It's a cluster, and nobody really ends up caring anyway.
Right.
So.
Next is from Zach G. Somebody says, do you think Dom would be this good? Dear Conan, Disco, and Joe, when Dominik Mysterio first came on the scene, I thought it was because he was just following his dad around and smiling. But then he joined the Judgment Day, and I'm amazed at how his aura seems to have rubbed off on Finn, and Priest, and Rhea, who are all amazing wrestlers on their own, but I think they benefit from having Dom around. Conan, D.I., and Joe, what would you guys do with the talent in the Judgment Day? I mean, just continue to do what they're doing with them. Like, I've got no critique of that storyline at all. And Dom, I know I did not know Dom would be this good. I'm surprised at how seasoned he was on the mic.
Yeah.
But that's what happens when you take a guy that's just floundering as a babyface and coming across as JoJo and stuff, and then you turn him heel, and all of a sudden it unlocks personality. It happens, he's not the only guy that's happened to. There's been other wrestlers that, like that often happens. Yeah, exactly. So it's like, I'm surprised at how seasoned he is on the mic. Is what I'm surprised at. What about you, Conan?
Yeah, super surprised. There was a time when they were even talking about sending back the NXT, but they do this very well, WWE. They get everybody in a group and they make up single stars. And I could literally see every person in that group being a single star. I think that's what's going to happen in the future. And it seems like Rhea might be the first one because she's getting cheered a lot. Plus, the best babies are usually the guys that would go to heels because the people know that they're ass kickers and they're like, wow, faces. And I can imagine one day, not now, but because you want to ride this Dominik wave and milk it as long as you can. But Dom being a face, he's going to be mega over. But you want to milk this as long as you can without being monotonous, and that's the secret. That's kind of the secret, Disco, because it's almost like gambling. You got to know when to leave the table, and you don't want something to get too old, like the NWO did. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Do you know, Conan, if there's, because I'm curious with Dom's promos and stuff, is there somebody specific that works with him at WWE, like they're Dom's agent or producer? No, it's just okay. All right.
No.
Yeah, the next one is from some guy. Subject AEW without MJF. Hey, K100 crew, is clear MJF's his top star at AEW, heel or babyface. My question is, who are the top 5 guys after MJF? He's beyond a pillar at this point, just saying. I don't know. I think Cage is up there.
Mm-hmm.
I like Ricky Starks for like the future. I mean, not a lot of the guys are being presented as top guys there, though. Jericho, but like he's older, so
it's interesting. Like the guys I would name would be like Bryan or Moxley, but if we looked at that merch list earlier, neither one of those guys was on it. And think about how much merch Bryan sold back, not even that long ago.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
How about you, Conan?
If I had, who would you pick, Joe?
Christian Cage, Jungle Boy, if he comes back heel, I think that'll get some momentum. Jericho, Moxley, and Omega.
All right.
I think let me just say, I think to me the next most important after MJF is Cole, Jericho, Omega, Christian, and Tony Storm.
Yeah, I like Christian. Christian definitely is way up there.
He's great. Right, and we'll give honorable mention to our boy Don Callis.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's been great too. Next is from Dean Jackson. Somebody's Vince Russo. Hey guys, proud Patreon subscriber here. I want to thank Disco for turning me on to all the great shows on Vince Russo's brand. Question: how does DI feel about the disco puppet that appears often in Vince's videos? Have you asked Vince to remove it, or does it not bother you? Also, Conan, have you considered replacing Glenn with a puppet and several hours of recorded Muppet Show audio? That way you could just pause the playback when he began to terrorize the conversation. Thanks from the mayor of Wooville, James Porter. Let's suspend this guy for disrespect. All right.
James Porter.
I don't care about the puppet.
Carding him?
Ridiculous. Yeah. The disco puppet is absurd. It shows an extreme level of immaturity by Vince. But if he wants to, if Vince wants to have the puppet there, that's fine. But it just shows immaturity. Conan, do you agree with that? What do you think about the puppet?
I like the puppet, but when do they usually use the puppet? when you're there in front of him, or he's
it's just sitting in the background.
Oh, it doesn't talk. It's not like a ventriloquist thing.
No. He did a voice for it for like a little while, but I guess that died off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the puppet's over, and if I could find if we could do AI with the puppet, I would like to secure his services.